How's it going, guys? So we're going to do this read. No, I'm not going to do it on Trump today. I'm going to surprise you. We're going to do this one on Andrew Cuomo and what's going on in New York. You know, with the pandemic and the nursing homes, there's a huge scandal. And now there's even some sexual harassment allegations going on. But here's a little bit. The Guardian put out an article. It's pretty good. That kind of narrows it down. I'm going to read some of it in case some people are kind of confused. It confuses me, some of it too. But it says, fact one, Cuomo's machine raked in $2 million from industry group. So Cuomo's political machine received more than $2 million from the Greater New York Hospital Association, its executives, and lobbying firms. Okay. The healthcare industry group also funneled more than $450,000 to members of the New York legislature in 2020. The money that flowed the group to these political officials in the middle of the pandemic was a significant increase from prior years. Okay, so, but what it is numbers, numbers don't lie, but he was lying. Especially with the nursing homes, that people were getting shielded, and people were coming into these nursing homes COVID positive. And then where there was a reported of 9,000 deaths, it was actually 15,000. There's some stuff like that. Here's another fact. Cuomo helped industry groups shield nursing home execs. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Amid New York's exploding COVID-19 death toll in April 2020, Cuomo's budget included a provision shielding hospital and nursing home executives, okay, from legal consequence if their corporate decisions kill people during the pandemic. No one should be shielded. For instance, even essential workers, if they're put in unsafe positions, they should not be shielded. The managers, the corporations, and all that. If you are going to put anybody in an unsafe situation during a pandemic, you should be able to be sued. So right now, because of this has been incorporated into, this law was kind of copy pasted into other places, and other states have this too, where some of these executives in these nursing homes, now they're pretty much exempt for, lawsuits and things like that. Very unfair, especially if they put grandma in the same room with somebody that's COVID positive. You know what I'm saying? And then here's fact three. Cuomo's corporate immunity law went national. And that's what I just said. So that's okay. We got that. And everything word for word fashion and so forth. So other 27 states, just like it says. And then Cuomo's immunity law endangered lives, according to the Attorney General. While nursing home executives were enjoying their liability shield, right? And they're making money, because you make a lot of money with nursing homes. Cuomo's office was vastly underreporting the number of COVID-19 nursing home deaths, okay, according to a report by the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, who is considered a Cuomo ally. So she's got to do her job. Her hand is probably forced in this. Anyway, I would hope there is some kind of moral thing behind here too, though. The report found that Cuomo administration data has undercounted nursing home death by 50%. So pretty much 50%. And that's crazy. And so these people are kind of funneling in money, okay, to these politicians, okay, and then they're underreporting these deaths. They're also putting them in unsafe situations. They were putting people with, the hospital can't take them, so they put them in a nursing home. They may be COVID positive. People die. All kind of stuff going on. Being very irresponsible with the elderly. And then Cuomo's top aide admitted withholding info. So even the top aide, Melissa DeRosa, admitted that Cuomo's administration not only withheld information about nursing home deaths, but did so in order to preemptively avoid political and legal consequence. See, and the other thing you got to understand is Trump. Trump is a big part of this, and I'm not blaming Trump. No, I'm not blaming Trump. I'm saying he didn't want Trump to get a hold of this stuff, because if Trump would have got a hold of it and his people, they would destroy it. But he's about to be destroyed anyway. That's his thinking. I don't want Trump to know about all this stuff. There's a little bit of that in there too. So of course he doesn't want his political rivals to get a hold of what he's really doing, okay, and then run with it. So But not just that. And on top, we got sexual allegations. So for whatever reason, we've got women, and let me get their names, and then I will get to the tarot read. I'm not trying to read to you guys to death and everything, but this stuff, I want to throw it in there to make it an effective read. So Cuomo and sexual allegations. Let me get all, because there's a new one today too. So hold on, what we got. Here's a timeline. Oh, that's perfect. A timeline. This will make it easier to whip it out. So I don't want to talk too much on it. But we're going to kind of read what's going to happen to this dude. So, fall from grace. Yeah, this is a major fall from grace. This is, and they're talking, and even Democrats are calling for him to resign and stuff. And hopefully he does. He's got a lot of power. He's got extra power during the pandemic, guys. So we got the nursing home scandal, trying to find it. Me Too movement's about to go crazy. Of course, you know, they don't like this stuff. Former top staffer Lindsay Boylan was the first to lodge a detailed accusation last week. She said her uncomfortable experiences with Cuomo dated in 2016. Now, it's kind of weird. I have to admit, with everything coming up, it's kind of weird this is all coming out. But it is what it is. Apparently, they're substantiated. In December that year, she said her boss informed her that a governor had a crush on her. And in a separate incident, Cuomo suggestively alluded to a cigar box he received from President Bill Clinton. That's gross. We know what the cigar means, okay? And just kind of goes on. And then in October 2017, she said the governor suggested they play strip poker. Very inappropriate, of course. And in 2018, she said he gave her an unwanted kiss on the lips. Cuomo and his office have denied the details of the allegations, but have called for an investigation. But that's not the only one, okay? The second on-order accuser is another former aide, Charlotte Bennett, who detailed even more recent allegations this weekend in a piece published by the New York Times. She said that in June, Cuomo asked her a number of questions about her personal life, including whether she had been intimate with older men. Oh, this is what, and I saw this on the news tonight. And this, she's only 25 years old, guys, okay? And she's got this creepy old man, you know, talking to her and stuff like that, and being gross. And then she also talked about being open to a relationship with a woman in her 20s. Ben is 25. Cuomo suggested in a qualified apology that he may have made jokes in poor taste, saying, "Sometimes I think I'm being playful and make jokes I think are funny." Okay, and then so there was there's a little bit more that's not in this particular article, but there was I was watching on the news what he said to the 25-year-old. He was saying things like, you know, with the pandemic, I haven't hugged anybody in a long time. You know, it's been a real long time since I hugged. And we know what hug means. We know what he meant by hug. He was being a lonely old man. He was being gross. Okay. A third accuser came forward in a Times story published Monday night. Anna Roach said she never met Cuomo when he placed his hand on her bare lower back in a September 2019 wedding. And then, after she removed it, placed his hands on her cheeks and asked if he could kiss her. In response, Cuomo's office referred to previous comments in which he also alluded to actions that have been misinterpreted as an unwanted flirtation. Okay, that's enough reading the article. Oh, and let me credit. That was the Washington Post. So it looks real bad. And the Washington Post, you know, was pretty much, it doesn't like Trump. So, but they do seem to stick to facts. They're pretty good about it. So he's in a lot of trouble. He's probably in more trouble for the nursing homes, of course. But still, you know, when it comes to, you know, these sexual allegations, these are pretty bad. Especially, you know, like, you know, hitting on a 25-year-old is really gross. But it is kind of weird that they start coming up right now. Okay, it is kind of weird it starts coming up right now. But they do seem to be, like I was looking at the 25-year-old on the news, and she seems, just my own psychic impression, I mean, just seems like, you know, she's being straight with everything. Just, you know, she has no skin in the game. There's nothing, you know, but we'll see. So what's going on, though? Let's kind of check it out. Like, what's going to happen? Is he gonna resign, you know? Or are they going to kick him out of there somehow? You know, is he going to lose his book deal? I think he got offered a book deal. I think that's done. I'm pretty sure I don't need to pull a card on that. Let's just kind of see what cards he gets. You know, and if you guys want to know as far as, if it's true, he's really being a dirty old man. We're gonna see if that shows up too. I'm really thought for that one. Yeah, I already had to. I just want to make sure I inform, so you guys kind of know what's going on with him, some of the numbers and the details, and I'm sure, I have a feeling more is going to come out. I feel like this is not it. I feel like this is the tip of the iceberg with what's been going on in New York, so it's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Oh, poor New York. What? He was looking so good. I mean, everybody's like, he's taking charge, he's doing this. He had a lot of people fooled. I mean, I thought New York, okay, they're doing, the best they can. Being so incredibly populated and, biggest, huge city. And, oh, man. I mean, I could see why he wouldn't want Trump to know this stuff. But, at the same time, this is some real dirty stuff. Okay. I'm telling you, money is the root of all or the love of money, excuse me. I always correct people on that. The love of money is the root of all evil. Get this shuffled up. I know you guys want to know what's going on. But it's true. Cut the deck. And let's see what we get. So I believe the reason why the victory card is showing is because of the way he perpetrated everything with New York. That we've got coronavirus down. We're doing real good. The numbers look. He was really into his numbers, as you guys know. He did. He was on the news all the time. Talking to everybody. But victory is not a victory when numbers are wrong and stuff like that. I see we've got that Eight of Pentacles and stuff. Now, this can represent like work and employment and things like that. And that is also, when you see this card, like normally the person who is making the pentacles has everything nice in a row. So see, he was trying to make everything kind of look, we've got it under control. We do this. We've got a good system going. And even other people were taking on, their model, for doing things. But, a lot of stuff going on. Let's get to it. There you go. There you go. So see, we have these partnerships, just like I was talking to you with that organization for the hospitals and the nursing homes. They made a deal. This is about making deals, the works card. In tarot, normally depicted, there's more than one person, and it's pretty much they're making a deal. So some kind of an agreement, and that's where it all went wrong. Should have never done that. Should have never done anything like that. And that's where we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So it was about the money, taking the money and running with it and so forth. People got paid. So yeah, that deal, if he would have not done that and just done it cleanly, he would not be in this mess. He should have never got involved in that, and he kind of knows that. I see the Empress to represent the nursing homes. The reason why this can be the caregiver, this can be the nurse. At times, the Empress can be because she cares for her creation. So I'm going to say this represents the nursing home, especially being a major arcana, not a person, but the home. And there you go. We've got the cruelty card, okay? The deaths, they did not have to happen and everything. And notice this is a number 9. They were saying there was 9,000 deaths in the nursing homes, okay? But there was not. There was double that, okay? Some numbers say 15, some are saying 50% and everything. So see, we've got that cruelty card. And so, because they were putting people in there that were COVID positive. They make money off, you got to remember, they were getting money, they're shifting everything around. These people are getting paid, these lawmakers, he's getting paid and everything like that. They make money from the people they put in the home. It's a racket. It's a real racket. Have you guys seen, what's the name of that movie they got on Netflix? Oh, sorry, my face is cut off. What's that movie they got on Netflix? I Care a Lot. Yeah. That talks a little bit about the racket. Except not necessarily that nursing homes are like that lady, but how much money is to be made in nursing homes. And I do have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands actually makes me feel not just one woman, but all these women that are coming out here and taking a stand. Because she's very independent and fierce and everything. So we've got the nursing home thing here, right? Okay, now we got the Queen of Wands coming up, and all these women are starting to step forward and things like that. I see there we've got that wealth card. So a lot of this has been about money and so forth. But it is also sitting next to the Queen of Wands. So get ready for lawsuits on that as well. That is coming. He's going to get sued and stuff. And yeah, he got that lust card. So if you're wondering about these women, okay, he was propositioning people and stuff like that. Sometimes these old men, they get into power and stuff like that. And, they think they can hug, they can grab, they can kiss, they can get away with it because they're in a power position. Haven't they learned by now that these guys get reported and stuff? They do and everything. Of course, Trump seems to have gotten away with a lot, but, everything, give it time. But of course, he's Teflon Don. He gets away with everything. But we've got the Chariot, and see, this is at the crown, right? Everything looks successful, victory, we're doing it, and everything. But here, hidden below, is these agreements and these shady deals with these people, okay? So it's, dirty stuff. So he's got a lot. But what we want to know, is, and we're getting there, is he going to walk, or are they going to pressure him enough? Because they're asking him to resign. And see, we got that devil, that toxic influence. And the devil is also about power, too. Especially in thought, it's very much a power symbol and stuff. But it's, and even kind of look in this one. I'm going to show you the bottom of the thought deck. See all the little people kind of trapped in these little bubbles? So think of all the deaths and the nursing homes and everything. All the dead bodies. It's just a damn shame. It's a damn shame. But yeah, he sure had people fooled. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. This is the Eight of Cups. And see, they're telling him, you need to resign. You need to walk away. That's what you need to do. It shows. Is he going to do it, though? Oh, and I got the Seven of Cups here. And I was just about to pull it right next to that card. So, Seven of Cups, debauch, 7 deadly sins. He's got his hands dirty right now. He might be a heavy drinker, too, with that. Sometimes I see that for addictions. We should be receiving some news soon about what move is going to be made. Something's going to be coming up here, but we should be receiving news soon. But I feel they are pressuring him to be able to. We got the change card. Yes, everything's changed. And we've got 2 issues. Notice it's 2. The nursing home scandal, and now these women stepping forward. Oh my God, Cuomo, what have you done? You had a book deal and everything. And then I've got the Star. And so this really this has been kind of represented for me, kind of like Lita Rodriguez, like American values and this and that, and New York is so, it exemplifies so much about America. It's a melting pot. Everybody goes there. People get in there and they get jobs, and they make money, they can do well, or it's sink or swim in New York and everything like that. So it's got that kind of energy to me, but that's all changed and stuff. And yeah, I've got that oppression card. This is kind of how he feels oppressed right now. But this is not a matter of just oppression. This is karma, man. And so I end with the 2 of Swords. This is the Peace card. So I do feel some kind of an agreement will be reached. He has to make a choice here. And he knows it. Because if he stays, it's just going to be, it may get even uglier. It looks real bad. But I do got that, there you go, Justice. He's going to court. Okay, so what are the things, I just pulled that. Okay, and that's next. So a choice is going to need to be made. He's sitting there, should I resign? Should I just, because I've got a lot of pressure and stuff, but the courts are going to come. We've got the Attorney General looking at everything right now, but they're going to start coming and stuff. And looking at that wealth card next to the Queen of Wands, I do foresee some lawsuits definitely will be coming up. That they're ready to do that, because that's what a lot of people do. That's, unfortunately, and I don't feel, women when they sue, like people that are like celebrities or politicians or various things like that, I feel it's not always about money that they do this, really, but to make a statement, because sometimes you got to hit these people in the pocketbook, these dirty old men in power. That's where you got to hit them to make a point, and stuff like that. But so I would say the nursing home thing is worse because it involves death. But to throw this into the mix, this dude, he needs to resign. But they're pressuring him to walk, definitely. They're pressuring him, and he just may do it, because I do have the Eight of Cups. If you guys remember when I read Barr, I got the Eight of Cups for him too. And I told you he's going to walk on Trump. He's going to quit. And he did. He resigned. So he's going to court. It may take a little bit of time to get the ball rolling on this, but they're going to take him to court for these numbers. And I feel like there's some more. I have a feeling, just even looking at the Princess of Swords over the next few days, some other money dealings is probably going to pop up. But the main one, the nursing home. Remember, Empress, the caregiver, that to represent the nursing home, and the cruelty. The cruelty to risk people's lives for this, for the money. Make shady deals, okay, just for the money. And that got people killed in the nursing home. And then these guys are protected, right? They can't get sued. They can't get sued. They've got all this protection. And that's part of the deals that they make and stuff like that. That's the deals. Well, I don't want to get sued and stuff because I put grandma in here, or somebody had COVID, or we let this person in, or we did that. Not cool. Not cool. And there's probably not much they can do about that. As far as that goes, if that law was already in place, there's not a lot they can do. It's shady, though. It's shady, but I do see that it looks like, it's a hard read and stuff. If he was sitting here in front of me, I'm like, you better get ready and stuff. I'm not sure if jail would be in his future, but, I do got justice, so I do feel court cases are going to pop up. I definitely do feel that. I definitely feel he's going to get sued by at least one of those women. I'm not sure if all three will do it. All three may not necessarily sue, but at least one woman, because I do got that one Queen of Wands. I feel like someone's really ticked off. Okay. And stuff. And which one, I'm not sure. So maybe that lady at the wedding, ew, he's trying to kiss her and he's got his hands on her and stuff like that. And they've got photos and everything touching her face. It clearly, and it's inappropriate to get up in someone's face and be like this. That's kind of what your husband, goes in about to kiss you. So it's very inappropriate. It's very inappropriate. People have been fired for jobs for less than that. Even just making a stupid joke. You can't, they don't mess around nowadays. They don't mess around because they know, people get sued. That's why they get so harsh. When it comes to jobs, you go in for a job, you go through the interview process, you get the job, they hand you the handbook, and they will go over sexual harassment. They don't mess around because they don't want to get sued. That's what that's why it always has to be reported. It has to be this, that, all that stuff. Crazy. He's going to court. So he is going to go to court. I would say with all this mounting pressure, I have a feel he is going to resign. Because I got the Eight of Cups. I got it for Barr. He resigned. I have a feeling the outcome is to make that choice. I know when I see the Two of Swords in an outcome, a choice might not necessarily be made just yet, but I can still determine where everything is leaning and stuff, with the mounting pressure, that people don't want him there. And we're going to start seeing more in the news. It's going to build, I feel like more info of shady dealings is going to come out and stuff like that. But this is really bad because this involves people's lives and stuff. So, but anyway, so that's what I get, and we'll see what the rest of the news is. But yeah, and I know I read, Trump and the Republicans, this and that. But as a reader, like I said, no matter what, if somebody on the other side of the fence is doing wrong, I'm going to read them too. So don't think I only read one side. And so I will read them too, because it's all about spirit, and it's all about right and wrong. What is right, what is wrong, and things like that. And people need to be honest with their jobs. If somebody is Republican and does a good job, like Mitt Romney, I feel he's an upstanding person. Liz Cheney, she did some. She spoke out. There are people that are good people. They just, maybe I don't necessarily agree with their politics, but they're still good people. They have some morals and things like that. And that's totally cool and stuff. But this is, woo! This is on fire. Is so bad and stuff. But yeah, I see why he didn't want Trump to know. Well, it's out now. So I'm sure Trump will say something about it.